Hello and welcome to House News. We are now in Nusantara 3 building of the House. Commission 1 of the House approved the government's proposal to activate diplomatic relations with the Republic of South Sudan. Russia's invasion of Ukraine has shaken financial markets, in which Russia plays a crucial but little-known role, such as the production of critical raw materials. The government has released a new halal certification label, replacing the current logo from the Indonesian Ulama Council. The existing logo will eventually be declared void. Indonesia will host IPU Assembly from March 20 to 24, 2022 in Nusa Dua, Bali. The event will be a platform to discuss and share best practices in various global issues. The coal mining industry of East Kalimantan makes the mining sector the largest contributor to the economy. However, this condition is not supported by strong linkages to other economic sectors. Foreign travelers can now enter Indonesian islands of Bintan and Batam without quarantine, in addition to Bali. The House, through Commission 1, agrees on the proposal presented by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to reactivate the opening of diplomatic relations between the Republic of Indonesia and the Republic of South Sudan.
During the General Assembly session of the United Nations in New York, United States, last 2019, South Sudan raised an issue to establish diplomatic relations with many countries, including Indonesia. Member of Commission 1 of the House, Sarifuddin Hasan, says, as South Sudan is a new country, it has no tight bilateral relation with many countries. Sarifuddin believes diplomatic relations of Indonesia and South Sudan will give positive impact for both countries.
Hubungan diplomatik dengan Sudan Selatan, hampir semua fraksi, semuanya setuju untuk memberikan persetujuan, pertimbangan. Saya pikir ini demi untuk kepentingan kedua bangsa, kedua negara. Kami pikir bahwa memang ini sudah tepat sekali untuk membuka hubungan diplomatik.
In the meantime, member of Commission 1 of the House, Bobby Aditya Rizaldi, says there are several consideration aspects which make the proposed bilateral relationship with South Sudan approved. He emphasizes the aspect of human rights, economic, as well as the potential for Indonesia.
Contohnya tadi ada beberapa BUMN kita sudah masuk di sana dalam proses negosiasi dan juga beberapa kerjasama di bidang yang lain.
This approval is follow-up to the entry of the presidential letter to the House, which was read out at the plenary session of the House dated 8 February 2022. Rifki Makdudi, TVR Parlemen, reports.
The Russian invasion of Ukraine threatens global economic growth significantly. Russia is one of oil and gas producing countries, will impact on global soaring prices of oil and gas.
Member of Commission 7 of the House, Mukhtaruddin, reminds the government to always be alert to the soaring oil price, which has jumped to $105 per barrel. The rising of oil prices across the globe will certainly influence Indonesia's trade balance. Mukhtaruddin also added the government needs to take well-considered action in responding to rising world oil prices. Oil price hike is just the beginning. It will give domino effects towards other sectors and eventually trigger to inflation.
Dalam negeri, ya. Kita itu antara kebutuhan konsumsi kita itu kan kurang lebih 1,4 sampai 1,5 juta barel. Ya. Sementara produksi kita hanya 700.000. Ya, 700 jadi ya. Oleh karena itu cukup ada defisit yang cukup jauh antara produksi kita ya dengan kebutuhan konsumen BBM dalam negeri. Nah, sehingga defisit ini tentu akan mempengaruhi kepada neraca perdagangan kita ya. Nah, kemudian tentu melonjaknya harga minyak dunia juga harga minyak mentah dunia ini tentu akan diyakini akan memberikan efek yang cukup besar atau efek domino terhadap sektor-sektor lain ya. Misalnya saja akan menjadi pemicu terhadap naiknya harga komoditas.
As a developing country, Indonesia is affected significantly, particularly regarding increase in world oil prices. Cost of producing energy products, such as fuel oil and LPG, may exceed assumption in the 2022 state budget. Mario Hasiholan, TVR Parlemen, reports.
As cited from Tempo English, Indonesia's Religious Affairs Ministry launched a new halal certification label, which is valid starting March 1st, 2022. The halal label must be used to mark the halal status of a product in accordance with applicable regulations. The new label will replace the current one issued by the Indonesian Ulama Council or MUI.
When looking at the previous halal logo, one can see a huge difference in terms of design language. The previous logo clearly shows halal in both Romanized and Arabic form. The new logo, on the other hand, takes a vastly different approach. Instead of the signature green found in most halal logos across the world, the new Indonesian one sports a rather attractive dark purple shade. The Halal Product Assurance Organizing Agency, an organization under the Ministry of Religious Affairs, tasked with taking over MUI in identifying and certifying halal products. The chairperson agency, Muhammad Akil Irsam, said the new logo came into force on March 1st, and gradually the existing mark will no longer be recognized. The ministry allows business players to spend their products' packaging stock, which still use the halal label stipulated by Indonesian Ulama Council before adjusting to the application of Indonesian halal label. Akil added this policy has the aim to ease business players in implementing the mandatory halal certification rule, which was previously a voluntary program during the transition period.
The Committee for Interparliamentary Cooperation of the House ensures the 144th Interparliamentary Union Assembly in Nusa Dua Bali Province has been all prepared. All instruments starting from the security, the implementation, the health protocols, and other supporting facilities have been well organized. Indonesia is ready to be the host of this international event.
Vice Chairperson of the Committee for Interparliamentary Cooperation, or BKSAP of the House, Mardani says 84 countries has confirmed to attend the General Assembly of IPU in Nusa Dua Bali. Mardani explained, to prevent the transmission of COVID-19, the compliance of strict health protocols, even without quarantine, will be adhered. Mardani hopes Indonesia can be a good host for this prestigious international occasion. Therefore, it is required support from entire community elements related to the event of the 144 IPU General Assembly in Bali.
Hospitality dan grandnya, elegan dan kebesaran acara ini bisa kita jaga. Selain message-nya tentu yang utama. Kami lebih optimis, mudah-mudahan acara 20-24 Maret IPU ke-144 di Bali berjalan dengan baik dan sukses.
In the meantime, Vice Chairperson of the Committee for Interparliamentary Cooperation of the House, Putu Supatmarudana, states this event in Bali will be the momentum for Indonesia tourism sector to welcome foreign visits. He emphasizes the Committee for Interparliamentary Cooperation of the House has conducted maximal campaign to invite all members of IPU to attend the annual assembly in Bali.
Bahwa Indonesia telah siap melakukan menjadi host IPU Assembly yang ke-144 di Bali. Kita siap sudah melaksanakan event ini, dan kita selalu pada saat kunjungan diplomasi kita ke berbagai negara mengundang parlemen dari seluruh dunia, dari berbagai negara untuk bisa hadir turut dalam IPU yang akan dilaksanakan tanggal 20 sampai 20 Maret di Bali nanti.
Hilman Hidayat and Julian, TVR Parlemen report.
Commission 11 of the House encourages East Kalimantan's economy not to fully rely on the coal mining sector, as the prices of mining commodities are very fluctuative.
In a working visit to the province of East Kalimantan, member of Commission 11 of the House, Andreas Edi Susetio, explained, despite of showing positive economic growth, East Kalimantan is still highly depending on the mining sector, mostly coal, with about 51% contribution. Andreas also motivates the province to find new economic sources for the future economic stability.
Sekarang ini harga batu bara masih bagus, jadi makanya pertumbuhan ekonominya membaik. Namun kita perlu bagi pemerintah daerah Kalimantan Timur untuk mempersiapkan transformasi ekonominya, karena ketergantungan terhadap satu sektor ini, dalam hal ini sektor batu bara itu atau penambangan dan terutama sektor batu bara itu adalah sangat tergantung dari fluktuasi harga komoditas. Itu yang pertama.
At the same time, another member of Commission 11 of the House, Muhyiddin Muhammad Said, urges to eliminate the export of raw material of mining products. He also promotes the export should be turned into semi-finished good to add the value of the natural resources.
Oleh karena itu, pertambangan di sini ini kan sangat luar biasa. Baik dari sumber biji besinya juga suka bagus, kemudian apalagi batu baranya, sawitnya juga bagus. Nah, ini yang harus dijaga. Ya, kita harus menjaga supaya di samping jangan hanya kita mengurut, tapi kita kan harus meningkatkan nilai tambah daripada hasil daripada tambang itu.
From East Kalimantan, Nur Fuad, TV Parlemen reports.
Presiden Joko Widodo has approved to open the tourist door for Batam and Bintan after various preparations were carried out under the coordination of the Ministry of Economy and the Ministry of Tourism and Creative Economy. Batam and Bintan entrances are accepting international travelers starting from 24 January 2022 with specific rules and regulations.
According to an Indonesia COVID-19 Task Force circular issued on March 8, travelers from abroad can enter via Batam's Hang Nadiem Airport, Batam Port, Raja Haji Fisabilillah Airport in Tanjung Pinang, Bintan Port, and Tanjung Pinang Port. To be eligible, travelers must be fully vaccinated and show a negative PCR test taken 48 hours before departure. Foreign travelers must also have a valid visa and show payment of a tourism package or hotel in Batam or Bintan. They also need to have health insurance which cover COVID-19 treatment worth $20,000. Upon arrival, tourists will need to undergo a PCR test and have a negative result. During their stay, they must also use Indonesia's COVID-19 tracing app Peduli Lindungi. They will need to adhere to health protocols such as wearing masks, keeping physical distance from other people, and washing their hands periodically. The new regulation by the task force comes as Indonesia is starting to loosen its travel health protocols amid declining COVID-19 cases. As quoted by Channel News Asia, Coordinating Minister for Maritime Affairs and Investment, Luhut Panjaitan announced travelers from abroad can enter Indonesia with quarantine-free starting from March 8, 2022. Director General of Air Transport with the Transport Ministry, Novi Rianto, said, with the implementation of no quarantine for Bali, Batam, and Bintan, it is hoped that gradually and continuously it can support the revival of tourism and become a momentum to revive the aviation industry in the country.
And that's House News for today. Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a good day.